You may be more interested in, again, what the Chinese did while we were traveling, and we have said from the start that our representation here is not about changing the status quo here in Asia, changing the status quo in Taiwan. It's about, again, the Taiwan Relations Act, the U.S.-China policy, all of the pieces of legislation and agreements that have established what our relationship is, to have peace in the Taiwan Straits and to have the status quo prevail. To that end, as you see, the Chinese made their strikes, probably using our visit as an excuse. Let me close by saying this. The Chinese have tried to isolate Taiwan, keeping them most recently from the World Health Organization by not even letting their participation be on the agenda of the World Health Agency, whatever that makes these determinations. They may try to keep Taiwan from visiting or participating in other places, but they will not isolate Taiwan by preventing us to travel there. We've had high-level visits, senators in the spring, a bipartisan way, continuing visits, and we will not allow them to isolate Taiwan. They are not doing our travel schedule. The Chinese government is not doing that. Our friendship with Taiwan is a strong one. It is bipartisan in the House and the Senate, overwhelming support for peace and the status quo in Taiwan. With that, I want to just say how honored I was to travel with our delegation. We were more like 6 co-chairs of the delegation. We are coming to Asia. One of our members born in India, another whose parents were, that would be Mr. Raja Krishnamurthy, another member whose parents were born in South Korea, another who is Japanese American and proudly so. All of us representing the beautiful diversity of Asia in our states, and in my case, in my district. When it came to security, you'll hear from our members. Economy, we have the vice chair of the Ways and Means Committee to talk about that, and trade and possible continuation of our discussions about a trade agreement in the region. But you'll hear directly from them, and I thank you for your interest in our trip. It's about, again, security. We never can have a CODEL unless we talk first and foremost about honoring our oath to protect and defend. Security first, economics tied in with that, as well as governance. In all cases, each of the countries we visited, we had very positive conversations and great respect for what they are doing in their countries, great candor in how we thought each of us could do better in our countries, and we were very honored to be received so well in the region. Taiwan is one of the freest countries in the world. Don't take it from me. That's how Freedom House describes them. Their democracy, which was hard in the making. They didn't start out with a free and open democracy. They had to develop it, and that's a real achievement. Their economy is flourishing. We have seen the success of their semiconductor businesses and the rest, and we learned from their business people about how they developed that success and how we can work together to spread prosperity. And then in governance, again, LGBTQ, all kinds of issues. We met with the community members and heard their views about it. So this isn't about me. It's about them. It's about Taiwan. And I am proud to have worked over the years to showcase the concerns we have with mainland China relating to trade and their violations of our trade agreements, proliferation of weapons and delivery systems that are harmful to global security, as well as human rights. But this was about saying, let's celebrate Taiwan for what it is, a great democracy with a thriving economy with respect for all of its people. And so we are one part of this. Our president has his communication with the president of China. And again, we are two big countries. We have to have communication among us. When I was a little girl, I was told at the beach if I dug a hole deep enough, we would reach China. So we've always felt a connection there. But the fact is, I have said it again and again, if we do not speak out for human rights in China because of commercial interest, we lose all moral authority to speak out about human rights any place in the world. Our visit, determining what the U.S.-China relationship is a much bigger and longer-term challenge, and one that, again, we have to recognize that we have to work together in certain areas.